we all ready?
And everybody rolling? Yes, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Chief Albert Arnell, A-R-E-N-A-L, of the Coconut Creek Police Department. And I want to begin by saying to the members of the media that are here, thank you very much for being as patient as you've been with us today. Obviously, these facts started unfolding right around 7 a.m. And we are still on scene. We are still working this incident, but we felt we owed it to you to get the word out quickly and to make sure you got information that is accurate. There are a number of things we cannot speak to about what occurred at the scene because it's still under investigation. And we have the suspect here at our agency, so we are still working this hard, but I will give you what we know to answer the questions that you may have. At 7:05 this morning, we received a report of a domestic disturbance. The call came in from a female at a neighboring residence that there was an incident that had occurred, and it was initially reported as someone stabbed. The report we received initially was that a female was banging on the neighbor's door asking for help. Our first responding officer was Officer Andrew Renna. That's R-E-N-N-A. He's a 4.5-year veteran of our department, and he's 30 years old. He arrived in 1 minute to the scene. When he arrived, his vehicle immediately took rounds from a suspect. They were shotgun rounds and fired through the passenger door and through the passenger window. Multiple shots were fired. Officer Renna accelerated, got out of the area as quickly as he could. When I say out of the area, down the street, where he was taken by fellow officers to a rescue unit that was waiting on the perimeter. And the rescue unit transported him to Broward Health North. He is, just to make sure you know the status of the officer, he is in very good, stable condition. He was struck with shotgun fire, and we do know that one of his right lung was punctured. However, he has not required surgery at this point, and he is in ICU being treated, but we feel very lucky about his condition and how he is at this time. And quite frankly, I would say, and I think my colleagues here would say, that that's largely due to quick action on behalf of officers and rescue that were on scene. The incident in question is 4217 Northwest 57th Drive in the Coral Point subdivision of Coconut Creek. That's 4217 Northwest 57th Drive. Other officers arriving on the scene were Sergeant Colhorst and Officer Heisel. They encountered a white male with a shotgun on the corner of Northwest 42nd Way and Northwest 56th Drive at that intersection. When the suspect was confronted by other officers as we approached the area, he dropped the shotgun and surrendered at that time, and he was taken into custody. The information on the white male that we know at this point is Jason Roseman, R-O-S-E-M-A-N. Many of you have reported that name already. Date of birth 12/15 of 1974. He is currently here at the police department. A witness at the scene said he resides at the residence that I gave you, 4217. We have not confirmed that yet. After multiple rounds were fired and the officer was struck, an all-county call went out for assistance, which is standard procedure in Broward County. And I must tell you, I must commend Broward County Law Enforcement and Fire Rescue for the response that we got. We got response and backup from agencies all over this county. A matter of fact, several of them were part of our initial tactical entry team that went into the house after the suspect was placed under arrest. And I have Captain Leonard here, several of my command staff that were out on scene, and they'll tell you that we had more help than we could have ever asked for when it comes to securing that neighborhood and neighbors and people that were at the scene. Immediately, as soon as possible after the suspect was taken into custody, a combined SWAT tactical team entered the home. It consisted of 3 of our people, which are SWAT members, and several other agencies assisted us in that entry. When they went inside, all we can really release that we have found at this point is there is a deceased subject inside, a deceased pit bull that was apparently shot. There was several rifles and ammunition found upstairs. And when searching the garage area, they came across what appeared to be an IED, an improvised explosive device. And I mean, this looked legitimate. So they did what they're trained to do. They backed out. The bomb team was called in, and we ultimately have identified, as of their clearing the scene, that this was a prop. It was not a real device. It was a prop, but it looked the part. We also found next door to the residence, and this is at 4227 Northwest 57th Drive, a female, and she was found dead in the driveway next door. No more information can be released at this time because we are still collecting it and putting these facts together. Additionally, in front of a home in a driveway at 4237 Northwest 57th Drive, in a driveway, a male was found in critical condition. He was transported by rescue to Broward Health North, and as of our last check, he was alive but in extremely critical condition. These are the facts that we know. I know you're going to have a lot of questions, as I can imagine, but we do not have a lot of answers. We just felt compelled to get you the information we could get you quickly and get it out to you, particularly as it relates to our officer. And although we are extremely pleased that our officer is okay, and he's an amazing young man, and I saw him in the ER, many of us did, in great spirits and obviously in pain, but very resilient, very proud of him. But this is still a tragedy, and it's a tragedy for the people that were killed in this incident, and we will get the facts, and we will get that information out to you as soon as we can get that information and get it to you. I want to thank, and I think I said this, I want to thank you, Broward Sheriff's Office. I cannot tell you how many agencies have contacted us offering assistance. I want to thank Coconut Creek Margate Fire Rescue and all the fire rescue that responded. And to all my fellow chiefs across Broward County who sent support, I want to thank them sincerely for their assistance. I also wanted to introduce just quickly my city manager, Mary Blasey. I have my mayor, Sandy
It's
Sandy
okay,
Welsh,
Chief.
and Commissioner Josh Rydell is with me, along with several members of my command staff that have been working this since 7 o'clock this morning. And again, members of the media, I want to thank you so much for your patience in allowing us to get this information together for you now. And I'll take any questions you might have.
Officer's first name
Andrew, A-N-D-R-E-W,
and last name spelling?
R-E-N-N-A.
You said he required surgery or did not require?
Did not require surgery as of yet.
And just to clarify, okay, 2 people dead on scene, correct? And then were 3 people injured, 2 air rescued, and 1 transported to officer by ground?
We have a female that's dead in the driveway next door. We have a subject that's dead inside. And then the male that was found in another driveway next door was transported in extremely critical condition. That's what we know as of right now.
The age of the female?
Do not have that because I don't have that identification to give you.
Has the Mexican has been notified or?
We're in that process now.
You say subject dead inside, you mean a man?
We don't have that information yet.
Okay.
And so this all started as a domestic call from a neighbor who was hearing an argument or something along those lines to that 4217?
Correct. It came as a domestic, reported by this female from a neighbor that it was something involving a stabbing. We do believe the subject, the suspect, lives there, but like I said, we have not confirmed that yet.
I know it's real soon and early, but did he explain why?
We are speaking to him as we speak right now.
Can you talk more about the IED found? You said it looked like a prop, or what it was in?
It looked like a bona fide, it looked like sticks of dynamite wired together with a circuit board. It looked completely legit, but it was ultimately found to be a prop.
Do you know how there's supposedly a deputy lives, a VSO deputy lives at that home? Can Can you talk about he's supposedly on the bomb squad, how all this is connected?
I can't confirm that information.
The suspect, will he be transported to the jail in Fort Lauderdale, the main jail, or will it be Hopkins, North Broward? Do you know at this time?
It'll be the main
Main
jail.
jail, okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Any charges that he's facing yet? Has he been charged?
Oh, certainly. He will face charges, but we are in the process right now, still putting those together. Our entire investigative team is working on this. And I would also like to say, I would like to thank Sheriff Tony, who has provided crime scene with BSO. They are actually working the crime scene with our crime scene unit. So it's really been a force multiplier for us. It's helped us tremendously, and our investigators are working through all of these facts right now. We have our whole team working on it. Very, very proud of the men and women of Coconut Creek. And quite frankly, I'm proud of the community, the cooperation we got from our neighbors. Everybody wants information in this age, and they want it fast. And we just want to make sure that the information is right and not inaccurate. And I would love to give you more right now. As soon as we get more, we will release that information to you.